अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि मैं कोई मूवी देख रहा हूँ या मैं कोई टीवी शो देख रहा हूँ और मुझे यकीन नहीं आता है, लाइक आई कैंट बिलीव माई आईज दैट दिस इज समथिंग दैट्स अलाउड इन दिस मूवी और इन दिस टीवी शो. लाइक हाउ डिड द राइटर्स कम अप विद दिस शिट एंड हाउ डिड द डायरेक्टर अप्रूव इट? हाउ डिड द एडिटर वाज नॉट लाइक यार कैन वी रिमूव दिस व्हाइल वी हैव द चांस? लाइक हाउ? एंड देन there's this video which is called 5 embarrassing Bollywood movie plots you wouldn't believe were approved, and this clicked with me. I was like instantly, okay, this is something I want to watch, so let's go and check it out. Just a heads up, this is a video by Tried and Refused Productions. That name is very interesting. I like that name. Tried and Refused. They've tried their best and then they were refused, so they were like, fuck you, we're gonna do our own thing.
Over a period of time, we on the channel have focused on many problems in the Hindi film industry that have persisted over several years. This is how we came up with the Matlab Kuch Bhi series, a series of videos talking about moments or dialogues in films that were aggressive or consisted of the absence of basic logic, which we would assume reputed writers in the film industry would possess. We have also gone beyond the Hindi film industry and noticed that the problem with such writing has also persisted in several film industries in the southern states as well, shockingly for several decades. Where previously we have dissected only moments from films, through this video we're going to analyze plot choices or entire storylines which any layman will find it impossible
These
to
pictures
correlate
are
in real life.
triggering really
Especially
weird
today.
nostalgia.
Getting right into the meat of the matter, here is Tried and Refused Productions with 5 embarrassing Bollywood movie plots you won't believe were approved. Hamraz. Hamraz was considered to be one of the most celebrated thrillers of the early 2000s.
I think I've seen this movie.
It had the same Abbas Mastan formula that has garnered such a fan base in the country, even in the form of films like Bazigar and Race.
Okay.
They have the format which is very specific to their films, twist after twist, so that you can keep on doubting the ulterior motives of characters. Hamraz focuses on how two characters, a couple played by Akshay Khanna and Amisha Patel, conspire against a rich man played by Bobby Deol. How do they want to achieve that? Well, basically position Amisha Patel in such a way that Bobby Deol falls head over heels for her, get him to marry her because she is this eternal beauty, and then eventually Amisha Patel will divorce him and get boundless riches from the influential man. But as Amisha is still dating Akshay, she doesn't want to cheat on him. So how will she convince Bobby of not getting some action on their wedding day?
I remember
possibly
this.
the dumbest logic possible.
राज, मैं तुमसे कुछ कहना चाहती हूँ.
ये रात कहने सुनने के लिए
कितना टर्किया है बॉबी इसमें. ये रात
जो कुछ भी कहना है जल्दी कह दो.
मैंने अपने आप से एक वादा किया, एक मन्नत ली कि अगर मेरी शादी
ब्रो, तो मैं 1 महीने का व्रत रखूंगी,
1 महीने के लिए कुंवारेपन का पालन करूंगी.
Bobby buys the BS straight away without questioning it a single bit, and their conspiracy to make Bobby divorce Amisha continues.
What a load of bullshit, bro. जो बात है, what a shitty ass plot, bro. I remember this movie. I don't remember much of this movie. Obviously, you know, human brain tends to remove all the garbage that it sees. So I've lost most of it. But I remember कि मैंने ये movie देखी थी and इसमें यही plot था और आखिर में Bobby wins, right? अच्छाई की जीत होती है आखिर में, obviously. And Amisha is like, you know what? Now I like Bobby. हर movie के end में जो ना लड़की ही काट के जा रही है किसी का, या अच्छे आदमी का या बुरे आदमी का, गेम लड़की खेलती है आपके साथ आखिर में. बहुत आला यार. Very 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 underrated video this is, I think. मैं देख रहा हूँ उसके views और likes. It has a lot of views, but I still feel like it can do better.
Representation of male ego and double standards is
BV
the
number
1999 movie BV number 1. See, these movies which we grew up
BV number
watching, our
1,
childhood
BV
was
number
celebrated
1.
and even today are viewed on television for a casual movie-going experience with families. But if we actually try to understand what those movies are trying to say, it's rather problematic. The entire premise is set around how a man cheats on his wife repeatedly and keeps on coming back home, reassuring the wife that he loves her. The wife reaches a breaking point and tells the husband to leave if she truly has fallen in love with this woman. Before he does, she poses a hypothetical question, to which this is the reaction of the husband.
यही गलती मैंने की होती, किसी पराये मर्द के साथ आपको नजर आती तो रुक क्यों गए? मारो.
The problematic aspect is that the man is completely taken aback by the fact on how a wife can even think of cheating on him. But it's pretty straightforward for the man to do the same.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, मैं उसका पति हूँ, शादी की मैंने उससे, 24 घंटे उसके साथ गुजारता हूँ. इसमें से आधा घंटा किसी के साथ हंस बोल के लिया, वो पकड़ लिया. 23.5 घंटे भूल गई। अरे बावली हो गई है वो।
The sad progression of the storyline is not for the man to realize his mistakes and own up to it, but the friend and his wife actually conspire situations so that the new woman comes across as an incapable mother and an irresponsible human. The mother-in-law pretends to be violated,
shit, I remember
and the
this
children
too.
pretend as if Sushmita Sen is abusing them.
अरे बहू ने कहा है कि घर में रहना है तो काम करते रहो, हराम की मत खाओ।
Constant efforts are made by the wife and the friend so that the man who has cheated on his wife can return home.
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the
yeah,
reaction
yeah.
of the friend the moment he gets to know that the husband has left the house.
मैंने तो ये सोचकर उसका साथ दिया था कि जवानी में बंदा इस तरह की पुल कर बैठता। अरे मनु की बता सी कि गले नहीं बिगड़ जाएगी, कार छोड़ के चला गया उल्लूदा पठा।
The casual nature
कार
with
छोड़
which
के चला
cheating
गया।
is examined and how the women are pitted against each other rather than the man taking ownership becomes the biggest issue of this film.
Yeah,
वो
man.
जिसने cheat किया चिल मार रहा है और बाकी सब planning और plotting में लगे हुए हैं। जुदाई।
Yo, BV number 1 was another absurd fucking film, right? Absurd movie. कि हो क्या रहा है इस फिल्म में यार, तुम लोग क्या मैसेज भेज रहे हो? And these guys have really gotten it down to the point. बिल्कुल exactly यही हुआ है पूरी मूवी में कि both the females are pitted against each other and then the guy is brought out to be some innocent creature who doesn't have control over his actions. And guys can be very reactionary. I'm a guy. I go through this, right? If you see something, it excites you and you start thinking about things. It is natural. What's not natural is you acting on them. See, the fact when you act on them, that's where your control is there. ठीक है ना? You always have the control to not act on it. You can think whatever your brain thinks. You can react to things the way you react. But there's always a way for you to not act on those feelings, not act on those wants and needs that you think you want. तो अगर एक बंदा अपनी बीवी से बोर हो चुका है या तंग आ चुका है, he can think about getting another wife or cheating or going with another girl. But the moment he acts on it, that's when it's not his fault. Oh, it is his fault, sorry. That's when it is his fault. उससे पहले the thoughts that come to your head, in my opinion, they're not your fault. If you're thinking about something, it's not your fault. It's just your brain being your brain. You can say, oh, how dare you think about that, but that's illogical to get mad about that. The moment somebody does that thing that they were thinking, that's when it becomes wrong. And that doesn't apply for just like guys, even for women. Even everybody it applies to. The moment you act on the bad feeling or the bad thought or the wrong thing that you were thinking about, that's when you're to be blamed. उससे पहले you shouldn't be blamed. So yeah. This movie mein, I remember Sushmita Sen's character was shown as a modern woman and Karishma's character was shown as a old school woman जो साड़ी पहन के घर बनाने के चक्कर में लगी रहती है. Whereas Sushmita was supposed to be a working lady who can manage and juggle other things while being modern and all that. So there were a lot of contrasts that they were showing between the two characters and the two kinds of women in India at that point. BV number 1 का एक और अच्छी चीज उन्होंने point out की वो ये थी कि friends किस तरह support system बनाते हैं. They don't really help you, do they? They just try to pacify you. They just try to like put a feeder in your mouth. कि अरे चुप हो जाओ, कुछ नहीं होता. Ignore. ये वाला वर्ड यूज करता है. पता नहीं किसी ने ट्वीट किया था, इंस्टाग्राम पोस्ट किया था कि मैंने इतने पैसे दिए और मुझे पता चला कि इतने पैसे का नहीं था, इससे कम का था, मेरे साथ स्कैम हुआ. किसी सेलिब्रिटी ने कहा था और किसी ने नीचे कमेंट किया था, इट्स ओके, इग्नोर दीज बैड पीपल. अबे व्हाट डू यू मीन इग्नोर? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दैट? मेरे साथ गलत हुआ है, व्हाई शुड आई इग्नोर? आई शुड गेट जस्टिस फॉर दैट. सो या, this is such a good video. I really enjoy this video. Okay, next movie is Judai 1997. Have I watched this one? I think I have.
The 1997 Judai is the most interesting and tone-deaf films I have seen in quite some time. Why do I say this?
ये वही तो नहीं इसमें पैसों, ये वही मूवी है जिसमें श्रीदेवी wants to like sleep in a bed full of money. I remember that scene. मैं बहुत छोटा था जब ये मूवी आई थी और चली थी. But I remember that scene कि she's like, marry that girl and we will be rich. क्योंकि वो तुमसे प्यार करती है और हमारे पास पैसे होंगे. And then she sleeps with like a lot of money on her bed. I remember that scene.
Constantly complains about not having enough. She wants to be called mummy rather than ma and urges the children.
This is
to
like
use
reverse
plastic
BV number
rather
1.
than Sindoor. She complains and complains even though the husband is a loyal and hard-working engineer. Suddenly, a rich, influential woman falls head over heels for the engineer and requests the wife to pimp him out for 2 crores. Yes, sell your husband to me for 2 crores. Let me marry him.
I remember
अगर
that.
आप को मुझसे शादी करने के लिए मना ले तो मैं आपको 1 करोड़ रुपया दूंगी.
Bro, 1997 में हर मर्द wanted to be राज के यार. हमारे पास क्यों नहीं आती यार? हमारे पास क्यों नहीं आती है? ऐसे 2 करोड़ ऑफर करते हैं, मेरी बीवी को कोई क्यों नहीं ऑफर करती?
अच्छा तो 2 करोड़.
And this is how the wife convinces the husband to agree to this transaction.
Mark Cuban.
Furthermore, starves herself so that the husband agrees. The man is blackmailed to get pimped out for his wife. And then they dance in Las Vegas to celebrate. Even worse is the comedic angle in this film involving Johnny Depp and his love interest, who can only say one thing throughout the film.
Abba Jabba Dabba.
90s is written all over this movie.
Yeah. Remember that shit? I remember this shit so specifically, bro. That's crazy. Like, बिल्कुल मेरे दिमाग में नहीं था, but the moment he said she can only say one thing, मेरे दिमाग में फौरन आ गया, अब्बा डब्बा जब्बा. And we used to like make fun of that, say that out loud, it was a thing. Like it was viral in the 90s. This is what used to go viral. One-liners and catchphrases. Damn, bro. Damn, this is such a good video. I love this video.
Countless times is possibly the worst film ever made, but I'm mentioning it
Action
right now
Jackson मैंने नहीं
to focus
देखी.
on two aspects.
मैं काफी बॉलीवुड मूवीज देख चुका हूँ, बट इतना भी मैं गया गुजरा नहीं हूँ. मैं ये फिल्म देखूंगा.
If you haven't already seen Yogi Baba's channel, he has done a hilarious video on this movie, and you should definitely check out his channel. So I'm focusing on the creative route Prabhu Deva takes during action sequences, and what was the motivating factor in the events that lead up to the romance between Sonakshi Sinha and Ajay Devgan. I don't understand what it is, but every action sequence that features in this film transitions to a random dance sequence, which has nothing to do with the events of the premise. The movie wants you to take its story in moments seriously, and suddenly, as if cut बोल के dance break ले लेते हैं सारे characters. You know the movie is going to be a shit show the moment Sonakshi Sinha compares Prabhu Deva's dancing skills to Ajay Devgan. Secondly, Sonakshi Sinha's luck is horrible in this film until she stumbles upon seeing Ajay Devgan's jewels. Jewels माने अच्छा समझ गए. Every time she gets to see those jewels, something great happens in her life.
What
like a
is-
promotion. Her friends want the same kind of luck, so they see her speaking with a man and assume that is the man, due to which her favorable luck has come in her life. So what do? They take him to a room without his consent and sexually assault him, take his nude pictures for this group viewing pleasure. To their dismay, Sonakshi tells them it's not the guy. Sonakshi is also desperate for luck again, so she seeks him out, and when invited to her place, tries to drug him. Yes, the character planned to drug the man, undress him, and see him naked.
Bro.
But the cups get switched, and she herself gets drugged. This movie and its scripting choice is a trip for me.
What a
How
load
the
of
hell was
bullshit,
it
bro.
approved? कुछ होता है.
Bro,
Before I
oh,
get
nice. Kuch hota is next. Nice, that's exciting. But what the fuck was going on with Action Jackson? Ek to naam. Stop with this wannabeism, bro. Let's just let it go, man. Let it go. Find your own. Well, it's old news, so I shouldn't get too much into it. But बहुत बुरा नाम, बहुत बुरी movie, यार. But to be honest, I would actually like to watch that movie. Just for the sake it's so bad that it's good. It's one of those movies. It can definitely create a cult following. अगले 10 साल में क्या पता नए बच्चे देखें बोले यार, this is so funny. This is hilarious. कि ये लोग फाइटिंग करते करते डांस करना शुरू कर देते हैं. That's such a like I can imagine the pitch meeting हो रही थी जब प्रभु देवा ने बोला कि you know what, they will start dancing whenever there's a fight scene and I will choreograph the dance and the fight. Oh my god, what an embarrassment, bro. What an embarrassment.
to get trashed totally on trying to ruin a classic we all grew up watching and enjoying. I want to
Yeah.
say that I like many 90s kids loved Kuch Hota Hai.
Yeah.
One of the most quotable and memorable films for
Listen, man, it was fantasy, bro. Everybody wanted this fantasy, man. We wanted to live this fantasy. Every kid wanted to be, in this love triangle. Like every kid. सबको शौक था ये वाले बालों, ये cool वाली chain पहनी हो. Every single guy I knew was doing this shit.
for all millennials. However, when the director Karan Johar ends up giving interviews about how the film he made makes zero to no sense from a story standpoint, we also want to join in on the fun in regards to certain aspects. First of all, Rani Mukherjee writes 8 letters to her daughter, which have to be opened on each birthday from 1 year old to 8 years old, so that she gets to know about her birth mother and the story behind the romance and the 3 primary characters. Comprehension in human biology has not till now at least made a kid so adept in understanding written text the moment they turn 1. Something Karan Johar fully acknowledges made no sense.
What was said in those 8 letters? I have 2.5-year-olds, dude, at home, and if I started reading letters out to them, they would tear that paper.
Secondly, throughout the film, we have no idea what Shah Rukh Khan does for a living. Suit पहनता है, suitcase के साथ घूमता है, तो कुछ होगा.
If you ask somebody asked me, by the way, what did Shah Rukh Khan do in the film? And I was like, I don't know. He was business or something.
The silent
Yeah, who
Sardar
cares
boy
though?
in the retreat. Why is he silent? Why is he the way he is?
He's
We have
shy.
no idea. And even Johar doesn't.
I just had the silent Sardar boy who just had one line to say.
He's shy.
Why
That's
was
the
he
whole
silent?
point.
We don't know. But I don't know.
Kajol can easily beat Shah Rukh in a one-on-one basketball game
Wearing
while
sari.
wearing a sari.
Yeah.
Yes. The least ergonomic clothing for sport. And the final thing, something the director himself admits to, the social conventions of what is beautiful. Short hair and a tomboy, तो friend है.
Yeah.
साड़ी और लंबे बाल तो attractive है
Yeah.
और wife material है. A movie that was a memorable.
So that's the ideology, ना? That's the whole freaking जो आप हर जगह घुसा देते हो अपना एक nationalism aspect के. They see और क्या कहते हैं उसको, परंपरा जो follow करती है वो अच्छी है, वो good looking है. जब साड़ी पहनती है तो वो serious है. अगर वो western कपड़े पहनती है तो वो she's like just to be played with. She's just a item.
Memorable part of our childhood, but definitely
friend.
was something that did not age well. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments.
Wow,
what you
guys,
thought
what a
about
good
this.
job, man. What a brilliant video, bro. That's what I like to watch on YouTube. Something that dives in, something that really corrects what's been wronged. You know, kahin na kahin se hisab to milna chahiye na yaar. You can't bad things and, you know, evil things. Not evil, but like, you know what I mean? Like, injustice should not be just, you know, let go of. There should be some kind of consequence to it. So these guys are at least holding them accountable. Even if they're not holding them accountable, they're at least talking about the fact that hum in cheezon se guzre hain, humne ye bullshit dekhi hai apni life mein. And how did this shit get approved? Like, who approved the shit? किसने बोला कि हाँ यार ये आइडिया अच्छा लग रहा है कि एक बंदे को जो है ना हम स्पाइनलेस बना देते हैं और दो लड़कियां उसके पीछे लगा देते हैं और वो किसी एक लड़की को कभी नहीं बोलता कि मुझे तुम अच्छी लगती है, तुम अच्छी लगती है, दोनों को लटकाते रहता है, उसको गले लगाएगा, उसका हाथ पकड़ लेगा पीछे से. अबे साले तू साले हार्ट ब्रेकर. Good job, yeah. This is such a good video. I really enjoyed watching this video. I hope you guys also appreciate the work that they did in this video, the wisdom, the knowledge that they dropped on us. I feel grateful for that. So thank you so much, guys. Yeah, go check out their channel, Tried and Refused Productions. It's gonna be in the description. And let me know which other YouTube channel or video you want me to react to next. Leave it in the comments below. I pick all my video requests from the comment section. So whenever you leave a comment, I read it and I try to pick that video to react to. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Take really good care of yourself. I love you all. Shabba khair.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut.